And there we go. Welcome back. This time in Microsoft 2020 in the FSLabs. And we are on VATSIM as well. So if anybody wants to join, please feel free to do so. And let's see. Hey, basic. Now, let me just see. Why don't I hear this on my... Let me know if you hear an echo with the Twitch stuff. Because for some reason I don't hear that Twitch stuff. I don't know why.
Good evening, Captain. I hope you are well, BB711 beloved.
Let's see, audio. Let's put this to aux 2. Okay, let's try that. That aux 2. And then you guys shouldn't hear that. Right, let me just try that, roll that once again.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber.
I'm not hearing it, for crying out loud.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be
Hey Luke,
served.
thanks for the feedback.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's weird. It's one of those settings that's hidden
Good
away.
evening, Captain. I hope you are well, BB711 beloved.
For some reason, I just don't hear it. Lautsprecher. Okay. Try that one more time.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Good evening, Captain. I hope you are well, BB711 beloved.
All right, I'll get to the ground of that. So Basic, thank you so much, Basic. Good evening to you. I'm well. Thanks for asking. And thanks for the 59 months. Good God. 59. Megas, Dankeschön. And Mr. Telemark, hello to you. Gregory, hello. You want to do the flight in the MD-11F? They think they will be able to take off from Tromso. We'll have a look at the runway links in a second here. So I can see someone's joining. And here, I can definitely say it's absolutely butter smooth. Oh, you already joined with the MD-11 there. Look at that. FedEx. So definitely this feels much smoother compared to Microsoft 2024. And it looks cold, doesn't it? Yeah, so Jen, thanks so much. So that's the landing distance available in Svalbard. Okay, let me just check that here real quickly. All right. Cool thing is, this aircraft, I took delivery. So I took the livery and the... Oh, no. Okay, so I took that. You remember that issue we had? Yeah, so that's still in. And also, if I look at the flight history, look. Now, it did not log one flight, but the rest is all logged. So that was our flight from Bergen to Tromso a couple of days ago. Hey, I was got someone. Welcome back as well. Yeah, Dominic, hey, I've got free time. I love flight simming. I love you guys. So as long as somebody's here watching, I'm streaming. All good. So now comes the thing here. So this is already known, and so this has been in there for some time. And I took the aircraft from the other PC I had, right? So that's really cool that you can take these liveries or these airframes, give it to someone else. Hey, Sim Caesar. And once again, Sim Caesar, I would love to talk to you, chat with you. Doesn't have to be long, just, catch up a little bit on Christmas. I would love to hear from you. So here's a bigger thing now, and that's the APU generator in-up. Now, without even looking into the MEL, I'm pretty sure there must be a in-up label on the overhead panel. So let's have a look. There it is. All right, so we'll go through what's broken. I already have an idea. So it says the APU generator is in-up. It doesn't mean that the APU is in-up. It's just that the APU generator is in-up. Oh, and by the way, let me just text something as well.
Order! Order!
That comes through, right? Okay, so I've got a couple of commands working again. Brennell will be happy as well.
Hello, black box.
Right. So some commands. So the order command is just for the moderators. Okay. vChris. No, that one I don't have yet. Okay, so just for vChris. Obviously, I have to put that in for vChris. So yeah, let me just put that in for vChris. Hang on. Hold on. Yeah, we can't have not that in there. So. Hold on. Harry, hello to you. And Green Dog Foxtrot. Yeah, but there's a couple of commands I need to still insert. I have to do that by hand. So, and again, the go around is only for, it'll only be for the mods, because otherwise I know you guys will spam things like crazy. So only moderator. Right. Go ahead, Chris. You've got the honors. Try that, Chris.
You can always
there we go.
Go around if it don't look right coming down. Don't wait until you're sideways, baby, sliding on the ground. You can always go around.
Yeah, right. I got to put that as well. Hang on. One more. So right, I'm going to put in as well before we get going. Commands, add. And everyone is allowed to do that. But there's a cooldown for the person that does it. And then and Hayden, hello to you, nice to see you. Right, so whoever tried Avenger, try that again, see if that works. In the meantime, let me go to the MEL item. So the APU itself is running. So we right. Exactly. So we are allowed to use the APU. So we can use it for bleed air, but we can't use it for electric. So guys, with that knowledge already, can you see some issues arising? What can you think of an issue that's interesting? Hey, Peter, nice to see you. In the meantime, I'm going to go to 2423. So let's go documents. I'm going to go to 2423. Hey, Jalend. Yeah, Pro Pilot. Exactly. So 24, electrical power. And then 23. And that was 01 alpha. Right, so that is the item. Okay, so let's read through that. AC, auxiliary generation, APU generator. Interval is Charlie, so 10 days. Yeah, I think so too. Yes, no single engine taxi as well, Christian. Yeah, I would think so too. Yeah. No, air supply. No, air supply will be fine. Honda Jet. It's just electric. So it's kind of a weird setup, but that's interesting. Interesting to go through today. So we've got one installed, non-required, placard yes. Now, if we were doing a ETOPS procedure, then I'm pretty sure we won't be able to get ETOPS dispatch beyond 1 hour flight time of an airport, alternate airport, because we need the electric generator. So we're not doing an ETOPS flight anyways, but so that's not the issue. But that would usually be an issue then. So we have an O and we have an M. M stands for maintenance procedure. We don't know what that incorporates, but I can see one of those things is the placard. So it says a placard is mandatory. Exactly, Foot. Yeah, exactly that. You're in trouble if you lose engine generators. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we've got the RAT. So we got the emergency power through the RAT. I mean, but still, yeah. I mean, I would prefer an APU generator, but that's just the way it is. Cool. So the O stands for our operating procedure. Okay, so if you go to that link, it says for our 242301 Alpha crew operating procedure, during preliminary cockpit preparation, APU gen push button off, and no electrical power will be available from the APU generator. Now let's check that. So we already had it labeled in op, but we have to put this to off. Just make sure that, because the APU, as it starts, it will drive the APU generator. There's no physical disconnection. You can disconnect the integrated drive generators from the engines, but you can't disconnect from the cockpit, at least the APU generator. So I don't exactly know what the maintenance staff does in that case. Maybe they pull the circuit breaker, or maybe even disconnect the generator physically. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know exactly what they would do. But for us, doesn't matter. We have an operating procedure. APU push button, a gen push button is now off. And then after landing at the gate, in absence of external electrical power, ground equipment at destination, an engine opposite to the refueling point, and that is interesting. So this is really interesting. So in absence of external electric power, ground equipment at destination, an engine opposite to the refueling point will need to be operating during the refueling to ensure the continued availability of electric power for starting. Right, so even pre-planning now, we would have to make sure that our destination airport has electric power available for us, and that the alternate airports have electric power available. Now, you know, if all things go against us, yeah, we can still land there and still get airborne again, but we would have to leave one engine running for electric power. Hey, the Indy will bring the A350 to 2020 as well. That's good news. Happy with that, yeah. Ducky, okay, let me just, oh, actually, you know, here we have a new setup, don't we? Control setup. So for the joystick, it should have the same curves, right? Sensitivity. Yeah. So still linear sensitivity. So both axes linear, and I have a dead zone of 3%. That's what I have. But again, that depends on the peripheral that you're using. It may not be the same optimal setting for you guys. Good. So that's one thing, right? As a pilot, you would have to consider now. However, we've already talked about it. There's another issue, and that is our ground power. So as we prepare later, we do need electric power. Now, if we have an external power standing on a side, then, you know, we could get rid of the jetway if it goes far enough away so that we can bring out a slide. But today, as this example, this jetway, A, doesn't move to the side, and B, doesn't go 8 meters away from the fuselage. Why 8 meters? That's the minimum distance you need for the chute to come out and allow people to go down the slide and not run into any structures. So in this case, if we have to start the engine at the gate, just like today, then yeah, we have to leave the jetway at the aircraft. We can close the door, but the jetway has to remain there, and especially now with the ground power connected to the jetway as well. So interesting kind of setup today. Cool. But again, we need ground power, electric, but no starter unit. And we can do two things here. We could theoretically then later start both engines at the gate. So there's no need for a cross-bleed engine start, anything like that. And then push back. Or we can start one engine, number 2 engine at the gate here, push back, and then start the other engine. Both is possible. Again, we don't need any external bleed air. We have bleed air, so that's not the problem. But it's nice. It kind of highlights some of the things that that can occur that are not really big issues per se, but there's always things you have to think about. And for me as a captain, I would also have to now consider things like, is there anything that the cabin crew needs to know? Well, yeah, sure. They will be wondering why we're starting an engine at the gate. They will notice. They will notice definitely, right? They're pros as well. They know when something's not going as normal. So I would brief them as well, especially since we can't get rid of the jetway. So I would talk through the procedure regarding the, regarding doors into flight, what happens in case of an emergency, in case we have to evacuate, how that will be done. Received. I did. Did I? I'm sure I have that data inserted, right? Hold on. Let me just check something here. Hold on. Oh, no. You're kidding me. Just now, I checked prior to the stream, and just now I'm seeing that it says it's got an update, but I mean, it shouldn't really need it, should it? Ollie, that was on YouTube. Somebody posted that on YouTube. Ducky, yes, apparently yes. I don't know. Oh, hang on, the Neo. So sorry, no, the 321 Neo they're bringing out. I'm not sure about the 320 yet. 321 Neo is next. Yeah, guys, I'm just going to quickly do that because I don't want to embark on the flight. Or do I? I mean, I don't have a problem inserting that manually into the box here. I mean, the aircraft should still work, shouldn't it? Let me try that. Yeah, it's just the init didn't work, strangely enough. So it says on the control center, it says... there's an update required. Right. Anyways, I'm just going to do that manually here. It's not a long flight, so it's not a long routing, let's say. The flight time is 1 hour 30. So a bit of time to talk through things. Level 350. Up there we have minus 60. It's cold. Minus 67. Jeez. Cold fuel. Apparently about minus 11 degrees here. Okay. All right. That means I'm going to put these values in there manually because it doesn't upload them for me right now. Because, again, how did the A380 landing go? It was all right. It was all right. Yeah, and we got new MEL item, APU generators in op. I just talked about how we would do that. So we have to start one engine at the gate here. So the APU power is working. It's just that we're not going to get electrical power, and that's in up here. So the operating procedure was for us to set that to off And we had to think about how we would handle the startup, etc. Yeah, all good. Right, so we want 11.7 block. Taxi fuel 200. Trip fuel 4401. And the alternate is Tromso again. So if anything goes wrong, we'll return back here. The weather here is fine. So we want edition number 1. And zero fuel weight is about 65.9. So let me do that instant in here. There we go. Fuel is in, fantastic. And for the boarding, yeah, 66 tons roundabout. Request. Let's do instant here as well. Again, I'm not going to go through GSX because, yeah, I need to do the update. Just hope we can fly now. Good. Remember, guys, what we talked about? We'll start the chrono right here. Right? It says the IR in a line greater than 7 minutes. Meaning, because we're so far north, and because of the Coriolis force being less up here, so far north, the IRS has an issue now, or more a problem, aligning the INS according to the Earth's rotation, knowing its original position here. So that's why I started the chrono to see how long it's going to take now. But you know, don't be alarmed if it takes like, you know, more than 10 minutes now. That's normal. So we have the final figures. Block is 11.7. So let me just do the fire test here. Okay, starting the APU. Zero fuel is 66 tons roundabout. 66. So takeoff weight 77.5. I mean, that's going to be interesting to see regarding takeoff performance. But we'll see. Well, it's going to be a beautiful night today for flying. Look at that. So we are on live time. And we are on live weather as well. Wind calm, minus 11 degrees. You got topple at 65 tons? You're joking. You are joking. Let me just have a look here at AOC menu weather. Let's try to get the METARs at least. Yeah, I can't believe it. How long is the runway? I mean, let's just check that. So we have load sheet is there, 77.5, and we have, because we have like minus 12 now, 120 at 13. So what options do we have? Departure 18. So that's going to be the Lomvi 6 Bravo departure. Insert to Lomvi. The next one is then Papa 600. So Papa 600 to INPA, all the way to INPA. So that's just one airway INPA. And from there, it will start the approach. The weather at destination. Yeah, I might as well show you guys. Where's my... Lol. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay, so weather. Weather. So there's one segment regarding severe mountain waves. Okay, interesting. Gonna have a look at the chart in a minute. We have Tromso here, minus 11,997, and then Svalbard at -7. It's even warmer at Svalbard. And the wind there is 330 at 10. So 330 at 10. Okay, cool. So arrival will take... we'll take the ILS-09 and approach via... What did we say? Approach via... Do we have INPA, Lalat, Nesas? So let me just have a quick look here at the charts. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me log in. Alrighty. So, import. That doesn't work. There we go. So we have approached ILS-09. And the arrival start. There's no start. But we're coming via Lalat, isn't it? Lalat was the endpoint there. No, INPAR. Where's INPAR? Where is INPAR? All right. So you see what I mean? Already 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes gone. Alignment still. That's the interesting thing. Look at this. So we're already 7 minutes into the alignment process, and it still says it'll take more than 7 minutes. Panman, I'm not commenting on is Phoenix better, FSLabs better, because it just creates so much hate, and I'm tired of it. So the only thing really I can tell you is, look at streams, look at, like I've streamed the FSLabs like 7, 8, 9 times now. Have a look at the, the features it has, sounds, textures, whatever, and you have just to make your own mind on that one.
Aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel.
So then let's do that via Lalat.
Could new subscribers please make
Hey, JSnap. Thank you very much, JSnap. Hope you're doing well.
Flight entertainment will be served.
Oh, actually, INPAR. Yeah, let's do that. INPAR Lalat, and then we'll fly
Another
the
bus.
approach.
Does it have
Check
shared
that a bit
cockpit?
later in the. So Ratna for departure, real quickly. Yeah, Ollie, then have a look in the MCDU here under options, and then go to page 2, various, and then on the second page, make sure the VCEFB is installed and not removed. It does have shared cockpit. Unfortunately not. But I promise you, I'm going to install. I have a new PC, so I'm going to install X-Plane 12 again. Hoping that it will run better now. And then looking forward to some nice shared flights. Cool. All right, so that's that done. Let me quickly have a look at the departure here. So Sid, that was the 6 Bravo departure to the south. So we're going to go a bit close here, aren't I? Hang on, let me just... So we go initial climb 90, then track 183 to Tango Charlie. 707, Tango Charlie 708, max 204 knots. Probably need flaps, well, flaps 1 enough. Yeah, flaps 1 should be enough for that. And then 710. And then to Lomvi. We have all that. Fantastic. Cool. You get no power on the plane. Just accept push power brakes. Try that through the MCDU, Ollie. Through the MCDU, it should do that. Try that. If not, start the APU. Battery on, start APU in that case. So there's an RLF departure. We don't need any nav aids for that. So let's go takeoff performance and let's see how much we can actually take out here. I mean, it's 2,500 meters. I honestly, with these conditions, I don't understand why it would limit it. So anti-ice, let's just put engine anti-ice, air conditioning off, optimum, flex, calculate. No, it's fine for me. I don't know what you were calculating with, but yeah, I would have been really surprised if we limited to 66 tons on this. Yeah, no, that's fine. So uplink that data. Let's have a look. Do we get Tromso on here? Echo, November, Tango Charlie. Yes, we do. So we have NDP 1. Yeah, but bugging the Phoenix? What Phoenix? I mean, like, I'm using the Phoenix as well. I don't have an issue with the calculations. $2,500. And that's a really weird engine out procedure. Look at that. So I guess that's because of the mountains around here. So let me just see where that takes us. So takeoff 18 on a track of 184. We then go to 2 DMEs, Tango Charlie. Let's see where that is. Tango Charlie. That's the ILS, isn't it? Let's try that. And then we need 2 DMEs. And then track 060. And then intercept the radial 040 out of Tromso. Tango Romeo Oscar. Radial 040. And we'll follow that to 10 DME, Tromso. And then left intercept radial 225. So we can put left 225 in there as well. 5,000 feet. So hold. Yeah, I need to check that again, but that looks really complicated. Gilend, yeah, that should be. Yeah, that should be the best option. Did I put that in there? 1540. Yep. All right, so that's all done. So if I put that to pins, checklist 320, pin that as well. Oops, normal pin. And then there we go. So cockpit. Oh, actually, oh, look at that. Now it aligned. Look how long the alignment took. 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes for the alignment. Love how they simulate that. Really cool. Right, now we can read the checklist. So gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity, 11,660 kilograms. And that is balanced. Then we have ADIRs. All nav. Sorry, seatbelts. Seatbelts to go. Seatbelts are now on. And Baro ref. It should be, what was it, 997 or something? that to 90. (996) even. Okay, 996. So bar ref 996, 3 times checked. Cockpit preparation check is complete. Yeah, but 2 knots will not make a huge difference. I mean, so even if you want to go -2, like I said, that's not really a big game changer. Flex 44, a little bit less stop margin maybe, but yeah, nothing really. Yeah, still the same. Cool. So let's do the following. I'm going to put this to on. And then get the doors to flight. So here's the deal. So I'm not going to activate GSX. So if I press this to init, this would activate GSX for the pushback. I don't want to do that right now. I'm just trying to think. Does GSX allow pushback with engines running? I think so, right? So if you start both engines, yeah, let's give that a try. If not, we'll use slew or something. But that should work. Right, again, so our APU electric generator isn't working. The APU is working, the APU bleed air is working. So we have bleed air to... No, they are on. They are on one. Yeah, so they are on. So one more thing we should have maybe thought about is the de-icing. But, no joke, in these conditions, it could actually be that you don't have to de-ice the aircraft. So if we weren't standing here overnight, let's say, and at these temperatures and with a spread of 1 degree, I mean, normally the air would be dry because it's so cold, everything's crystal or it has already fallen to the ground, right? So it's not unusual to have a clean wing without any frost on it in these conditions. So, just because it's cold doesn't mean that you have to de-ice the aircraft. So before start, parking brake is set. We have takeoff speeds thrust 141, 145, 147, flex 44. Windows doors closed. And beacon is on. That's the before start checklist complete. All right, let's try that. Starting engine 2. So in reality, we would have to call ATC, ask for permission to start the engine at the gate here, because every airport has different rules and regulations. So there could be a road behind here where some cars drive by or baggage carts drive by. Then you would need to follow me maybe to shut the road off. So yeah, always a lot of things to consider. Okay, so that's a problem. So GSX, thank you GSX. So as the engine starts, they switch off the ground power. Thank you GSX. So we're going to wait until the engine comes online now. So unfortunately, some GSX limitations here. Now, we should still have all the data. Yes, we do. No, they're running on batteries. So they will keep aligned until, you know, the battery runs out, really. So they have a buffer battery power, so that's all right. Just hope that goes away again. Yeah, there we go. Start engine one. So really, that's the only real issue. If you have a power loss, you're going to lose potentially the warnings for a fire. I mean, the fire extinguishing will work off the hot battery bus, but yeah, the flight warning computers, they need to restart again. So. No, so the thing is, so the alignment was already finished, right? So the IRS, they are protected against AC power loss because you have that on battery light, right? There's an on battery there. You see, on battery. And that's exactly what it does. So if AC power drops off, it will run off the battery. Now, if you're on the ground crew will hear this sound. It's very quiet. So that they will hear a ground horn.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
I thought, no, I don't want ground power anymore. Oh, GSX, please. So no more need for GPU. Chocks. And then let's see if we can get.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
Yeah, it's a shame that you can't. You can't get GSX to do that. Sim sounds are quiet. Okay, I can change that. Oh, you're right. They're actually really, really quiet. Oh, I know why. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Hang on. That's why. It keeps resetting it for some reason. Is it better now? Yeah, it's still quiet though. I mean, you're hearing it now, right? But let me just look at sounds. Aircraft master, that's all there. Yeah, I think from the... Let me just go outside. No, hang on. Still not right. Still quiet. Hang on. Yeah, something's not right. Hold on. Something's not right. Oh, hold on. Options. Sounds. Sound devices. Yeah, I think that's the... Yeah, give me a second. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot. I need to set that here. There we go. Yeah, guys, thanks for the feedback. I need that feedback because for me on my headphones everything was normal. So appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much. Right. And then I can set the sound volumes here as well. Cool. So that is done. The only thing I can't do, I can't tell GSX to push me back. It says pushback available. Options.
You need to start the engines to request ground services.
All right, disregard. So what we're going to do, we're going to slew ourselves back a bit. And because that's what we normally would do here, they would push us straight back, and we would taxi out from here.
Tromso traffic, FedEx 5 Charlie Bravo, pushing back stand 18.
That's loud, isn't it? Sorry. Good. Let's do the after start items. So after start flows.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box YouTube channel subscriber experience.
That's normal.
Could new
That's
subscribers
done,
please
that's
make their
done,
way to the
that's
first class
done.
cabin where complimentary drinks, snacks
Trim
and premium flight entertainment will be served.
is up
Thank you.
0.8. Flight controls up, down, left, right. Hey, Brain Compiler, thank you very much. 47 months, much appreciated. How are you doing? Full left, full right, neutral. And after start, anti-ice. Yeah, I'm going to put engine anti-ice on here as maybe some frozen stuff on the aprons. So engine anti-ice is on. Ecam status. So status. So this is the thing. So this asks you to check the ecam status. Now normally you will not have the STS standing there, but here we do have that. And Brain Compiler also on YouTube. Thank you so much, Brain Compiler, for the 34 there as well. Much appreciated for your support, my friend. Thank you so much. So, ice shedding, yes. So normally we would have ice shedding procedure. We could go through that as well a little bit later. So, where were we? Oh yeah, status. Oh, so now it's gone, interestingly enough. So that was the QAR maintenance message there. And so after engine start, it disappears at some point. So status is checked, and we have pitch trim up 0.8, rudder trim neutral. That's the after start checklist completed. So I need to set my push to talk. Tromso traffic, windmill 7, 1 on, taxiing the active 18 in Tromso. Here we go. Well, there's a lot of aircraft here. I'm wondering, who's flying along? Lots of people flying along here. Beautiful. So, Navigraph. Here's the airport layout. So we're going to go to the left here. And then taxi to Echo. And the rest will be a...
Tromso traffic, Scandinavian 1 for Tango, pushing back from stand 23 onto the NT in Tromso.
A backtrack, it seems. Ooh. That's right. Here's Delta. Randomly, my that's rudder doesn't sit in the middle. Rudder trim set to 0. Is that realistic or a bug? It could be some noise from the rudder pedals. Did you set a dead zone by any chance? Right, cabin is ready. Oh, there's a nice car there. Come on, move. Move. We're stronger than you are. Move. These cars. Right, ignore that. Nothing happened. So let's read the taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flap setting config 2. Radar predictability system is on at auto. Engine mode selector is normal. And we have ECOM with takeoff and no blue. And that's the taxi checklist complete. Tromso traffic 10711 lining up backtracking runway 18 in Tromso. Can you, how do you install model traffic, please? Well, I'm using the model traffic from, it's fly-by-wire, isn't it? They have the FSLTL traffic, correct? Yeah, so have a look for fly-by-wire. They have an app, an installer app. Exactly. Download the fly-by-wire installer, and there's a little radar symbol on the left side. And there you will see the FSLTL database to download. It's quite a lot, so... Good. Strobes are on for the backtrack. There's our departure route 90. Cabin is ready. No. So the FSLabs doesn't work yet in Microsoft 2024. I like how the runway is looking. Look at that. So nice, the contamination to see. And I need a bit more power at the moment to get the aircraft or continue the aircraft to roll. So that's noticeable. Right, so we are going to taxi down all the way. So there's the normal runway landing threshold. But for takeoff, we can go all the way down to the turn pad. And that's what we're going to do here. Exactly. It could be noontime. It could be you know, middle of the night. It doesn't matter. It's dark. So at the moment, being this far north, it's just so I'm going to take a right-left combination here. And normally now I would be very careful here. So if I had these contaminants here, I would be going like, you know, 5 knots maximum. Just to make sure I don't get any noticeable skidding here and skid off the runway. The problem is if you have a certain mass, like today, 77 tons, if the aircraft starts skidding, the mass will just skid towards the, you know, with its inertia, it will just continue to skid. And yeah, you don't want to go off the runway there for sure. Mathematics here? No, here's payware. And today I thought you've got poppy lights. We did the really cool approach onto the other runway. A lot of power here. And unfortunately, we didn't have poppy lights and landing lights, but here it's working now, so all good. Yeah, for Svalbard though, so Spitsbergen, Svalbard, yes, we are using it's the handcrafted, Asobo handcrafted airport for that. Good. We are ready to go, but let's quickly read a lineup checklist. We have takeoff runway 18 full length confirmed. TCAS is now TARA, and packs were calculated off. Packs are off. Tromso traffic, windmill 711 departing 18 out of Tromso. Good. We're ready? We are ready. And let's see. Sterile. There we go. Cool. Oh yes, and regarding the ice shedding. So full brakes on, parking brake is off, but we're fully into the brake pedals here. 70%. Start the chrono, 30 seconds. Check engine vibrations. Looking normal. This is just to make sure that if we have any ice on the fan blades, that will be sheared off now. Right, there we go. Take off. Manflex 44 SAS. There we go. Thrust sets and auto thrust blue. Beautiful. 100 knots checked.
Lead 1.
Rotate.
Tromso traffic, Scandinavian 1 for Tango, lining up via runway 1 out of back track in Tromso.
Was right. You're right. A little bit tailwind, have to correct for that. That's beautiful. Lovely. I thought I had the thrust levers calibrated. I have to calibrate them again. Autopilot. There we go. Thrust climb. SRS still. Climb. Yeah, so the ice shedding procedure is normally required if the temperature, outside temperature is +3 or lower, and you've been taxiing through, or there's any visible moisture, like fog or you know, ice or water on the on the ground. So any conditions where theoretically you could have ice buildup on the fan blades. Oh yeah, packs, of course. Yeah. Where's my co-pilot? Here comes flaps 1, speed checked, flaps 1. Now, we have to maintain flaps 1 plus F because of that tight turn and the speed restriction we have there, 204 knots, which is exactly the S speed, which is nice. Back 2 on.
Tromso traffic, Scandinavian 1 for Tango, taking off runway 18 in.
That's a tight turn, lining.
Greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
There's runway.
Tromso traffic for X5 Charlie Bravo, heavy running up and tracking runway 18. Tromso.
Look at that. Beautiful, right? Nice. Phuket, that's the Flow Pro app widget, so the camera function from the Flow app here. And so what I do, so if you open the camera, if you move that to the side, at some point you get that icon, that camera icon. The performance, I would say it's the same with the Phoenix, comparable with the Phoenix, pretty much the same. Now there's some people saying they have better performance in the FSLabs. but definitely not worse. So either, you know, same or slightly better. So we're now looking for the increase of the commanded speed here as we pass that next restriction here. There it is. Command down for the acceleration. Gonna wait for the acceleration to happen a bit more in the turn, and there it is, flap 0. What a gorgeous night to depart out of Tromso here. Look at that. Maxi, welcome. Do you know when the Neo will release? No. The only thing I know is that they're doing everything they can to bring it out as fast as possible. And the reason being is that there's a lot of people out there that were saying, you know, they're not going to buy the CO because they obviously have the Phoenix already. They don't see a need to buy the CO here, but the Neo, they would be really interested in getting their hands on the Neo. So dial those down a bit. Floodlights off as well. Still bright. So that's that one there, isn't it? Hang on, where's that button? Where's so many switches and buttons and like, that's this one here, right? Oh no, there's one more. Hang on. Off. That's a console. I've forgotten. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, I told you so many. No, what makes us say it will be 1.5 times the CO price? I'm not sure where you're getting that info from. The only thing they announced was if you buy the CO, you will get the Neo for discounted price. That's what it said. So, but I don't know what the price will be. Beautiful. Almost, well, it was full moon a couple of days ago, wasn't it? Good. No, so there's no info yet when they release the Neo. No, there's no, and you know that they will not really lightly take any bets, you know, and raise hopes, because software development, especially flight sim software development, is always, you know, so delicate. Where you know, you would get the copy to the testers like myself, and then we would find yes, it does work here, Megas. So the thing is, now I don't have Reaver tune installed right now, but yeah, you can see that, especially for me. For me, it's just like 100% smooth now. So even if I go fast around the aircraft, on my screen, it's completely fluid. There's no stutters, nothing. So definitely VSync must be working here.
After departing FedEx MD-11, line up and backtrack runway 18 for takeoff.
Okay, so flight Tim, thank you much for the feedback. So Tim says he has both the Phoenix and the FSLabs, and the performance of the FSLabs A321 is much better than the Phoenix on the pretty ancient 1080 Ti and i7. Okay, thanks for the feedback. The Tromso scenery. Is it MK Studios? Hang on. Let me check. It's, yeah, no, sorry, MM Simulations. MM, something with M. MM Simulations. Yeah, exactly. That's the one. Something with M. Oh, I can't get over how beautiful Norway is. Look at that. It's just reflection of the moon there. It's so beautiful. Hey, Tin Can. I don't know, Sam, in what regard? I can only tell you that from a immersion look at that, I can see the reflection of the strobe lights. You can actually switch that off, I think. So you can actually have a strobe blocker installed, because that really is annoying, just like in the real aircraft. So the freeware is better than the MM. I have not tried the freeware, but thank you much for the suggestion. Yeah. Yeah, Ollie, thank you much. What do you mean you can't get the Phoenix liveries? Don't you do that through the installer? Or how would you try to get the... So, what, you mean those you download from flightsim.to or something? Ducky, you hope that the FSLabs bring out the 320 IE. Well, we'll see. I only know right now they're focusing on the Neos. So... Okay, that's really weird. Anybody know? So Tin Can has a problem with deliveries in the Phoenix. He installs them via the installer, but they don't show up. Yeah. So this should be under various. Let's have a look. No, not here. Not here either. EFCS, no. SITS, no. Where was the setting for the strobe blockers? Ducky blower vent is this one here. Is there an issue with the blower vent? Do you have something in the technical logbook that it's broken? Does it say that maybe? Right, I'm going to put some dome light on. I think normally that is done. So it's just going to cover the flight itself, guys. So I don't know how many people know where Spitzbergen is. Have to redo that again. And honestly, I knew where Spitzbergen is, you know, in general, but whenever I look at on a map, it is somewhat mind-boggling. Good God, what is this? Blimey! You guys okay in the UK there? Flightsim.to, that's a website. Yes, VChris just posted that. Yeah, thank you, VChris. What on earth is that weather? Blimey. Let's get away from that. And lots of rain there, Harry. Yeah, I can imagine. Cool. So if you go all the way up here, look at that. We're pretty much North Norway, right? And now we're tracking pretty much true north over lots of cold water. And here's Spitzbergen. Now, be aware, this does look really weird, really large, but that has to do with the projection, right? That should be Mercator projection, meaning the further north you go, the more everything's pulled, you know, into length there. So, you know, these islands are not as big as they show here, right? So let me see. Do I have a different layout? Yeah, that looks no, that's still. Yeah. So, are we meeting Santa? Who knows? If we get a TCAS warning, it could be Santa Claus. All right. So, yeah, you can see that from here on, we have two airports really. So we have Tromso and we have then Svalbard. All right. So, really, it's a good idea to think about point of equal times. So if you look at the, oops, that's not what I wanted. If I look at the flight plan, that doesn't load, does it? Because of the, yeah, yeah, I didn't know that there was an update as I started the sim, because I checked like, you know, 6 in the evening. I checked again, and then there was no update. But now there's an update, so I could load the. But never mind. We'll do that here. So we have an average wind component of minus 16 degrees. So a little bit of headwind, but that's pretty much negligible. So that's not really much to worry about. Okay, so what we could do now, because that's one function that's not yet working in the FSLabs, the equitime. So here you have a prompt equitime point, which is normally set by default to the departure and the arrival airport. And that would have really helped, because we could have entered the average wind components from each airport, and then it would have worked out the equitime. Actually, let me do is copy the active, clear fix info. Oops. What's happening here? That's right. So clearing out the fix infos. Right, there we go. Then let me enter Echo November Tango Charlie. So the flight, someone's asking regarding landing time. So 23:56. So pretty much an hour, 10 minutes. 1 engine out is our virtual airline, windmill. So 1 engine out airline. So whenever I fly something like this with the company livery, then okay. So if you wanna make sure that so there's one really easy fix, Ducky. So if you go to the tech logbook, so if there's something shown as broken, just simply click on the ground, click on the icon here, click on that, and it asks you if you want to repair that. So that's one thing. That's how you can repair these issues. But if you don't want them to show up anyways, what you can do is go to options, then go to, oh, hang on, disregard. No, MCDU menu, failure. So MCDU menu, failures, service-based, and there just put none. None. You know, actually, I'm going to put this to medium again, because I do want to have some failures from time to time. I'm going to put this to medium. There we go. So let me put. Okay, so the reason why we don't have ETOPS operation is because we have always an airport nearby that we can reach 1 engine out speed. So for example, the 1 engine out speed here, isn't that like 300 miles or something? So if we put fix info here as well, radius, let's put this to 300 miles in there. And then on this side, I'm going to put Tromso, also 300 miles. I mean, that should be more because we have a ground speed of 410, engine out a bit slower, but 300, yeah, 300 should be fine. So if I take away the terrain on nav displays, look at these 2 circles here. All right. So we are always within 1 hour flight time if we have an engine failure, and we would have to descend down to where do we have engine out here? Don't we get the info in here anymore in the FMS? Or was that just for me in the 787? Anyways, hey Krishu, hello. So I would say maybe 25,000 feet. Oh, we should get higher. So 25,000 feet. Talk about higher. We have to climb. So that way, yeah, there's no need for ETOPS on this routing, right? And we also see I'm talking too much. There we go. Yeah, I think if you put that to high, you will get a bigger failure every 15 hours, 15 flight hours. I tell you what, let me just leave that at medium for this flight and the flight to Keflavik, because the next flight we're going to do is from, not today though, all right? So next time we fly the FSLabs on the European tour, we're going to go from Svalbard to Keflavik. About, I would say, 2.5, maybe 3 hours flight time. And then from Keflavik, we're going to go to the new airport, Nuuk, which has now a longer runway. And there's a freeware scenery apparently for it. So that's what we're planning to do. And Yogi, thank you so much. And you switched your Prime to the normal Tier 1 subscription. Flying Yogi, thank you so much for that. And let me see, have I fixed that yet? No, I will do that right now. I want to have applause. Yogi, Gude, wie geht's dir? Hang on, we're gonna get the applause here, hang on. Where's my applause sound file is not here. Hang on. Hold on. Can't, hang on, I can't have that. Hold on. No. Let me search for it. Right. Ah, there it is. You see? Found it. Copy. Ha. So, commands. Exclamation mark, applause. Now let's see. No, hang on. There. Thank you so much. Working now. Does the free one have the longer runway? I think so. I think so. Yes, Umur. I can tell you that from experience. So, a couple of years ago, 10 years ago maybe, when we got the first Sharklet aircraft, the first things we noticed, which were really annoying at nighttime, was that you could see these strobe lights reflecting off the glare shield. So you can imagine that that was really, really annoying, right? So what they did, I mean, on the newer aircraft then, they already implemented blocker, so strobe blockers on the inside here. So little metal kind of fins inside here that would prevent those strobe lights coming into the flight deck there. Right. Now there is a setting somewhere, but I forgot where it is. Somewhere you can select No, not strobe off. No. No, that's not what I meant. No, you're supposed to have strobe lights on. So, man, if I just knew where that was. Put that back to core. Various. Brake fans. Yeah, I know, right? It was under various, but it's not here anymore. Yeah, I need to ask the devs. I honestly don't know anymore. Yeah, maybe it's only under the config file itself now. But again, I'm a bit at loss here where that was. Hey Nige, how you doing? And Yogi, first of all, I would like to fly the FSLabs, but somehow it doesn't want to fly. Too many bugs. The plane stays in the cloud and dark, cold and dark. I can't press anything. The EFB is available. Okay, Yogi. So Yogi, first thing, do you know those switches here? Are they all turned to the left? Because if they are, then the important thing is that you don't have the control center running when you start FSLabs. So it sounds to me like in the installation process, it would put into the Microsoft startup file, it would put a link to the control center so that it starts up, just like the Phoenix bootstrapper, it's called. So it's a similar thing, right? So the bootstrapper starts automatically for the Phoenix, connects the Phoenix externally to the sim internally. Similar thing with the FSLabs. So maybe something's going wrong there. Question, wondering why helicopter pilots sit and operate on the right-hand side. That's a really good question, Nige. I have no answer to that. I mean, usually a lot of things come from maritime you know, times, but here actually I am not sure why. Yeah, how that evolved. Yeah. Flight sim, flight tim sim. Yesterday the FO radio was in-up. An in-up sticker was on the stack. Clear the fault, and a tech log and a sticker was gone. Okay, nice. Yeah, so I really hope, and I think they still do. So you know, today we got the in-up APU generator, right? Yeah, I really do hope that they continue to implement more options of what can go wrong for those that want them, right? I mean, if you don't want them, you can switch them off. But I really like the challenge. I really like how you have to think about certain things, organize some stuff. So very cool, right? This aircraft behind me. He's also at 3.5. Yeah, that's optimum for us. So 345 optimum. So I'm not going to go any higher than 350. That will be pushing our envelope a bit. Yeah, so midpoint, if I look at the wind, let's say it's mostly crosswind. So you don't have to make it too academic. But somewhere between those two circles, I would say maybe, since we have a bit more headwind, so we're going to put the equitime point a little bit towards this ring here. However, just like in reality, what we would do already is just to make sure that we still have good weather. So I'm going to put in Svalbard and also Tromso for the return. Just in case, right? You never know. Sometimes weather could change quickly, and I just want to make sure that my plan B is valid. I mean, we have the fuel to fly to Svalbard, go around, and fly back again. I mean, we even have a bit of extra fuel for second approach, right? So that would not really be an issue today. But still, you know, always plan ahead, have plan B ready. So Svalbard, 360 at 8, few 3,000, broken 10,000, -8 over -14, quite dry air. Cold but dry. 999er on the QNH. And the wind at 1,400 feet is pretty much the same, so nothing really. Tromso, variable, cab okay, -12, -13. Bit wind further up, which keeps away the fog, which is nice. So yeah, we continue. No threats whatsoever on the horizon there. Very nice. Let's put that to dark mode here. Beautiful. All right. 350. I'm going to put the TCAS to below. And then check the fuel, 9 tons. We just passed Vavat, and for that, so Vavat, we're supposed to be at round about, round about 26 minutes after departure. I didn't press the chrono. Test. And we're supposed to have had a fuel of 9.2 tons. Yeah, which pretty much adds up. So fuel is good. Most are right-handers. Could be a reason, yeah. Yeah, that would be a very simple reason why, you know, helicopter pilots are sitting on the right-hand side. So, you know, if you only need one pilot to fly an aircraft, then yeah, right-hand side makes sense. How is it in a GA aircraft, though, right? I mean, GA is also left side, isn't it? So Flying Wolf says it has to do with the visibility over the nose of the helicopter, which usually is better on the right-hand side. Because the heli usually has a rotation to the left when hovering. Okay, that's a good point, Flying Wolf. Modern helicopters now have the collective in such a way it is more ergonomic to operate from the right-hand seat. Okay, well, there we go. That's a good answer. Yeah, Nige, do that. And fill us in when you get an answer from a test pilot. I would love to hear that as well. So regarding the airport here, so taxi. So yeah, the landing distance available, runway 27 would be 2,138 meters, and runway 09 is 1988. So it's not 2,477 because we have a displaced threshold on each side. But yeah, 2 kilometers dry is no problem for us. I mean, if we already have a look at the landing calculations, so it does calculate with the estimated fuel burn for landing, and the wind was southerly, wasn't it? Yeah, 360 at 8, that's a METAR. 368, what's the... Yeah, but then again, 10 degrees isn't much variation either anyway, so no need to correct that for much. So, however, with that wind... well, we have both runways, really. Both runways. Maxi, thanks for watching. Thank Thank you much. Maybe see you next time, Saturday, if you like. Good night to you. It's getting late, isn't it? Yeah, it's midnight here. Nice. Right, Vikris, in helicopters with a main rotor that rotates counterclockwise as seen from above, common in American-made helicopters, the Bell, the torque causes helicopter to naturally slightly tilt to the left. Sitting on the right-hand side allows pilots to have a level view of the horizon during hovering operations, compensating for the tilt. Thank you much, Vikris. There we go. That's a good answer, isn't it? Yeah, I think we can live with that answer. I'm going to go with 27 because it is a bit longer. So runway 27 it is. So let's do runway, or 28 actually it says here. Okay, it should be 27 though, shouldn't it? So we'll do that. -8, 73 tons. We'll do engine ITIs on. Air conditioning on as well. No credit for the reverser. Flaps full. Let's see how long we take. So medium is 1800. And so we have about 200 meter buffer. Yeah. We'll take medium. Fantastic. Hey Freda, moin, wie geht's? Yeah, that should be fine. That should be good. Yeah, new PC, thanks for asking. So on Microsoft 2024, we had issues because of the Microsoft server, really. I was disappointed because we did have some lags or stutters on the ground. But a lot of people are reporting that right now. So it wasn't my PC, really. And here now we're just getting kind of the opposite, really smooth FPS. And one thing I'm noticing is that with the AMD processor, it just stays a lot cooler. And so the whole power uptake is a lot less. My cooling fans are going a lot slower, meaning less heat production as well, obviously, which is nice. And the whole thing is just a lot more quiet. So that's really cool to see. So yeah, very happy. One thing that will be interesting is X-Plane. So I'm going to test that over the next couple of days. And then hopefully DCS with VR. I want to see how we come along with VR in DCS with those settings. Yeah, so for me, buying the AMD chip was a bit like, I wouldn't say revenge, but you know, being disappointed with Intel, what they did with the 1319 and the 1400 series. Yeah, and it's just the heat, so that the power uptake of that. Yeah, and you know, the AMD chips these days aren't new. So AMD's been there for a while. So therefore, yeah, I don't have any issues, and I don't think there's any issues, you know, getting AMD chips. Can the CP DLC screen with the MCB be hidden, disabled? I think so, yes. If you go to... So this is the DCDU. So if you go to options... And... that was on the various... yeah, there we go. So now it's removed. Click on that, installed. There it is. So now the CPU is that efficient, time to get 76? No way. Honestly, so I will say this. I'm not going to go back to any smaller monitor. Right, so the one I have now, is it 66 inch or something? What did I write today? So 65 inch, right? That to me is perfect. But then again, hang on, I will say thinking about a 77-inch curved monitor. That would be interesting, right? So hang on, let me just show you guys. So really, I mean, if I weren't streaming, right? If I weren't streaming, then you know, you can see here. That's the monitor to the right. That's where I have the chat. And on the other side, here's another monitor. So that's the big screen there. That's the 65-inch, and there's a big screen there where I have my flight plan. I have OBS, some other stuff on here, vPilot, etc., etc. So careful not to do a face reveal, obviously. Be careful with that. And yeah, so so really, you know, if I see some people having big monitors on the side as well, so that I have like a not quite 180 degree, but maybe like 140 degree field of view for flight simming. That would be great. Yeah, I'm gonna. So Command Regulars. Now that I've got everything installed with the new PC, I'm gonna tidy up the room, do some cable management, and then once that's done, I will make a room tour of my office, because I know a lot of people are interested, right? So they want to see where I stream from, how my whole sim setup is looking. So yeah, definitely. You should buy a mask so that look like Brad Pitt. What do you mean? I look like Brad Pitt. I don't need a mask for that. Oh. Yeah. Well, I look whatever you want me to look. It has a lot. Anyways, when I think back, AMD was always cheaper alternative, but today, yeah, I mean, there are certain chips that definitely outperform Intel, but I think mostly it's always like a ping pong session, right? You will find AMD now with a 9800 X3D beating Intel in certain cases, even though it's a small margin in many cases. But you know, now then we wait for Intel with the next generation of chips. They then will run better probably as the AMD 900, 9800, etc. So it's always a ping pong session, really. Projectors. Yeah, the thing is though, with you know, if you see the room tour Megas at some point, you see the roof. So a projector would really be difficult here to implement. Do you play other games besides flight simulation? Not really, no. Not really. I played for a while. I played Escape from Tarkov, just to get a vibe for the, you know, what young people like to play. But I was so bad. I was so bad at the game. I guess my reaction isn't good enough. So yeah, that was frustrating for me. So I know that Megas is trying to get me into car racing. Yeah, exactly. Because Tarkov as well is a big grind, and they wipe the accounts every half year or so. You know, so by the time I reach level 3, everything gets wiped again, right? So yeah, so car racing. Stalker, is that like a horror game, Luke? Again, I'm absolutely, I have no idea about these games. Stalker, I don't know what that is. Best game ever. Hang on. All right, let me Google that. Stalker 2. It's like Tarkov. Why does he wear a gas mask? Stalker, Heart of Chernobyl. Okay. So I see where this is going to. Yeah, Eke, for you it would be funny. For me, it's a potential, heart attack game, right? So at my age, I've got to be careful what I play. David says as well. David says I might like Stalker 2. So the thing is, if we had more hours in a day, right? There's a couple of things I would love to do. So one, it can give me a heart attack. Oh God. So cooking streams is another project that I want to embark on with my wife. So cooking streams is something we want to do, and we've already planned out things, where to set the cameras in the kitchen and so on. So that's one thing. Now, I am not sure if I am potentially good at becoming a variety streamer, right? Meaning, streaming different games, right? I don't know. I don't know how my character would fit that, right? Yeah, not being impolite or I don't want to upset anybody. That Truck Sims, I know Truck Sims has some attractions, but if you do that in real time, I honestly, well, I mean, you could say the same for flying, right? We're flying for an hour, we're going straight, autopilot's on, we're not really doing much, are we? But the thing is, with a truck, you drive on a motorway or highway for 2 hours. I don't know. There's no autopilot. All right. Oh, really? It's a farm sim. There's a procedure where you can have harvester engine fire. Yeah, but cruise control, but doesn't keep you on the road, does it? I mean, it keeps the speed, right? iRacing. The thing is, guys, you probably find it really funny, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if with some of these games, if I wouldn't start raging at some point. Now, I'm not the most patient person in the world, you see. So I don't know. I am not sure if I, if I don't start screaming at the screen at some point. That's the whole intent. I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. You guys are like, Traffic jam simulator. No, that would get me raging in minutes, Gilend. I would have that deinstalled in like 3 minutes. Trust me. Traffic jam simulator. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, like seriously. Thief simulator. What? There's just so many weird simulators. Goat simulator. Right. Okay. So I always wanted to check that, guys. What's Goat Simulator about? Hang on. Let me just Google that. What's Goat Simulator about? Goat Simulator. Right. What's it all about? So infos for the game. It's a goat simulation technology. Wow. Okay. So you don't have to imagine what it would be like to be a goat. Your dreams come true. Goat simulator, you have to do as much damage as possible. So really, what, you have to destroy things. You try to break everything. Backward salto. You can put on a bucket and jump through a window. Oh God. Oh, what on earth? Cleaning simulator, like oh no, lawn mowing. My duty in summertime, obviously, or whenever we have the grass growing, my duty here is to mow the lawn, right? Now, my wife started. Well, she bought a. Oh, what's it called? It looks like a lawnmower, but you can set the height, the cut height, so that it only cuts the last 1 millimeter. And then, yeah, you don't collect the grass. You just let it drop down onto the lawn. So it kind of does the lawn gets nutrients, right? From, is it? No, it's not mulching. Is it mulching? No. No, Counter-Strike is too stressful, Hayden. Is it mulching? Yeah, mulching. Okay, it is mulching then. Okay, so it's mulching. Yeah, you're right, guys. Okay, mulching. So, yeah, so my wife didn't tell me about this, all right? So she just said, I bought a new lawnmower. And so, okay, I'll mow the lawn. I said, no, I have to set the height, right? So, yeah, she set the height, and she went back inside, and I started, mowing the lawn. And then after about 2 minutes, I went back and forth, and the grass looked exactly the same, right? It didn't do anything, right? So I thought, oh, she probably got the adjustment wrong. So I lowered the the cut height, right? So yeah, so I mow the lawn. I was halfway finished. My wife comes out. She says, "What are you doing?" I say, "Well, I'm mowing the mowing the lawn." What do you mean? No, you're supposed to mulching. What's mulching in English? Hang on, mulching. What's mulching in English? Hang on. Hang on. Mulching English. Mulch. It says mulch. It's like trimming, but you only trim like 1 millimeter. So let's say your grass is like 5 centimeter long. You would just cut off the last millimeter, max 2 millimeters, max, right? So literally you go and mow. There's nothing less exciting and less satisfying than to do mulching, right? I call it driving your or pushing your lawnmower over the lawn, and you could even just leave it off. It has the same effect. It doesn't matter if the blades turn or not, right? Mulching will give you the same satisfaction as the thing not turning at all, right? So power washing sim, good God, yeah. So really, yeah, we got. I was so. I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Multi." I said, "Look, I'm not doing that." I said to her, "Right? If either I'm mowing the lawn, and I have the satisfaction afterwards to sit there on my porch and look at a beautiful mown, lawn, right? Have that satisfaction. If it's just about pushing the lawnmower over the lawn without it actually doing anything, well, that's your job." I said to her, "I'm not doing that. I feel stupid doing that." So yeah, we actually have a deal. No joke, we have a deal. So from time to time, once a week or so, she goes and does her mulching, and then once or twice a week I do my lawn mowing. So that's the deal. No, I'm not having that. So forget it. Yeah, right. I mean, freshly mown lawn. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Exactly, Commander Regulus. Exactly. That's what I said. It's just like, walking on your lawn without nothing happening. It just doesn't make sense to me. In summertime, Megas, if the weather conditions are perfect, yeah, literally 2 to 3 times. Oh, I just love that. In summertime, yeah, having mown the lawn, and then sit on the porch, have a drink, light a pipe, and just listen to the birds. Beautiful. Really lovely. A land cultivator. No. No. If there's one thing, honestly, so regarding gardening, my job is the rough stuff. So when anything has to be torn down or, you know, made smaller, that's my job. That's what I'm there for, right? But yeah, anything else is, yeah, that's my wife's stuff. Well, I don't mind emptying that bag, to be honest. I'm smoking simulator, no. Oh, you know what? There is a PC building simulator, right? I should be good at that now. I should be able to build... Hang on. PC building simulator 2, actually. That's my game. That is my game. Oh, that's brilliant. Hang on. Can't play the music. Whoa, that's really high. That's high class, isn't it? Yeah. Just the next level. Building. Go deeper. Yes. Whoa. What? Oh, you can actually delit the GPU? Oh, wow. You do a temperature test? Whoa. Wow. Repasting. RGB. All right, well, buy now. Buy now. Oh my god. No. So Commander Regulus, I have one problem when it comes to building PCs. So I love the satisfaction. I love the satisfaction of actually then achieving, you know, putting like 20 parts together and then actually have the PC running, just like this PC now, right, running. One problem though I do have, and that is I hate cable management. That's not me. That's not mine. I really dislike cable management, and I have to say, it broke my heart having to cut out all the, you know, the cable management stuff they did with the new PC they sent me. It must have been a nightmare to so neatly put those cables in the side and have them secured and so on. It must have taken hours and hours. And they did such a fantastic job. And then I'd just come with a cable cutter and I'd just cut everything open again. Sorry. That's like, yeah, I no, cable management, no. No, that's not mine. No. Right, so I can see some people flying along. Let me say at this stage, thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry that's getting quite late again, but we can see that there's some beautiful, lovely people flying along with me. You can see them here in the background there. At least I thought I could see some strobe lights back there, but maybe not. Yeah, so definitely specs. It should be specs with an S at the end. No, Flying Yoga, at the moment they haven't simulated the cabin from the cockpit. So there's two things, guys. So you can extend the cockpit, right? I guess that's Microsoft sober logic. So what you can do, you can extend the cockpit into the cabin, right? So that would be one area, really. But that's always there, literally. Unless you do it like the INI builds that then give you a button somewhere where you can actually disconnect or kind of switch off the cabin simulation, right? So, yeah, so if you want to have, you know, a walk through the cabin, that has to be within the cockpit area, really, from a flight sim point of view. So then you have your viewpoints in the cockpit viewpoint section. Right now, it's only under the showcase. So there are some wing views there, but unfortunately, that's under the showcase at the moment. They are working on it. They're trying to get this set to cockpit viewpoints as well. No, the galley camera does not work yet, no. I think that's one of the things you have to consider, you know, how often it will be used. And we've seen some other add-ons that it actually tanks FPS sometimes, so... And honestly, I don't see a point in having a screen there with a fixed picture that shows like a galley. I mean, it's not me. It's not mine. I know maybe some people like it. I don't really want it. Yeah. So thanks to Magus who gave me some good tips on that. Yeah. And so the RAM, I'm pretty sure the RAM is not running at max power just yet. So that's something I have to tweak through the BIOS, I think. But I didn't want to risk that. So I want to make sure that I have that, you know, that everything runs well with the streaming, and then once that's done, I can do that tweaking. Yes, I did install the latest BIOS. It's the first thing I did. Why is that not loading anymore? So the first thing I did was, after having the PC running, I actually downloaded the latest BIOS and installed that. There we go, now it's going. So if I look at the memory, yeah, so DRAM frequency is 2,400 megahertz. So that's double, right? So it's at 4.8 at the moment, correct? So you always double that. So we are still below 6,000. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, Jilen. So the problem. So the thing is this. As far as I know, from my experience, XMP, you've got to be so careful, because. Yeah, if you start going with XMP, that's not the Expo profile. Where's the Expo profile? Where do I see that? What's resizable bar? What? In the BIOS. Okay, so I can't see the RAM, the clock speeds here. Okay. Tomorrow, no promise, because I've got yeah, some duty tomorrow in the sense that home duty. So I'll try it, Megas. Okay, so resing bar. So where's resizable bar? Where? But thank you, Magus, for the offer. Lawn mowing. Hang on. Where do I find? Hey, flight or fight MT. Go to speed. You should have memory profiles there. Let me try again. Oh, okay. So wow. Okay, so okay, guys. Okay, I see you guys. You know so much more than me. So go to speed. Ah. But I mean, that just gives you possible ranges, correct? But that doesn't mean that. So I'm using 2 and 4, slot 2 and slot 4. That's what I'm using. So I need Expo. Okay. So XMP is Intel, and we need Expo. Okay. Yeah, exactly. If you play through PC Building Sim 2, you will know all that by heart. Resize bar is AMD special and have to activate by NVIDIA cards. Ah. Okay. Well, you see, this is the thing, right? So first time for me with AMD. Oh, we got Spitzbergen coming up. Look at that. Beautiful. And Top Descent coming up as well. Yeah, Lucas, right? I mean, a bit of turbulence here. Let's get the latest weather one more time. So we go ATSU, AOC menu, weather. We go METAR again. Currently fuel is 7.5. Gonna land at 7.1, and min diversion fuel is 4.8. So we have about 2 tons extra still. You can check the resize bar is activated on system information in NVIDIA control panel. Hang on. Hold on. NVIDIA control panel. Where do I find that here? Under which setting here? Right. Okay, so if you activate the Hilfe, okay, Hilfe. Is that this one here, IRQ or something? It says yes. Hang on. Oh, here. Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah. This is the resize bar. Yeah, it says resize BAR. Yeah, that is active. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Freda. Oh, that should be on stand here as well. Right. So let's quickly check the weather. Got to start descending here. I don't think I need it on my rig. Okay, so that's a question. Will it help or does it actually hinder? So we got 359 minus 8999. Okay. Cool. 27 or 28. I think it's 27, isn't it? Yeah, 27 should be. That's what I'm planning. Gregory, thanks for flying along. Pleasure, as always. So let's go approach ILS 27. Oh, it's got localizer or RMP. Oh, that looks... Ooh! 3.6 degrees. That looks spicy. That looks spicy. RMP Zulu 27. Yeah, let's try that. 3.6 degrees. And offset. Oh, that's a spicy approach, man. Well, we have a fuel. We have some fuel. If we, the minimums is 1,300 feet, 1,400. What's the cloud cover again? No, it should be fine. Wow, that could be interesting. Yeah, let's do this. Let's not chicken out here. Come on. So we're going to do the RMP Zulu. 3.6 degrees, profile down. And offset, so the rest is visual. Yeah, come on. No risk, no fun, right? So 2.8 here. So even if we go like good to medium, it's a little contamination there. Yeah, That would be a bit much. So if we did have just wet runway, brake action good, that would just be long enough there. But yeah, but today it's cold, it's dry, so we could go with dry runway, no problem whatsoever. So dry runway 1800, about 300 meters, 200 meters margin, that's fine. Cool, decelerate, let's go down. So thrust idle descent out blue. Speed brakes out. Ooh, no, speed brakes in. That VLS came up fast. Jeez. Gotta be careful there, high altitude. Good. So let me change that quickly. Arrival. So we're going to do the RMP Zulu 27. Approach via. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we're going to go direct. 60 miles. So careful the speed here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go direct to Inpar. No, Rarak. There we go. That will speed up the descent a bit as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed.
So how high is the terrain there?
Tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with
5,000, 6,000 feet. That's pretty high as well, isn't it?
handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want.
So inbound to Rarak, from there we'll fly the approach. We have roughly about 80 miles. So we're coming into the profile. Careful with the speed here. Now there's one more thing I want to check. I did synchronize the thrust levers, but for some reason they're not the same values. So copy from one, confirm. So let's try now. Yeah, now they're synchronized. Fantastic. Cool. That was a quick fix. Good. So we're doing the approach there. The minimums is yeah, we're going to do the 5% gradient. Should not be a problem. Let me have a look here in the calculator. Yeah, 5.4 is the go around gradient that we can do. So we're good for the lowest minimum here of 1450. Coming into the path, I'm going to get the speed brakes back in here. Speed brakes in. So, missed approach via Sierra Bravo 702 and then to Naxon, climbing 5,000. That is all good. Okay, cool. Medium auto brake, config full. And then RatNav. I don't think there's anything else, is there? It's just the ILSDME, beacons, Alpha Delta Victor. Out star, let's continue descent down to 100. So we have thrust idle descent out 100. And, wow, I mean, it's beautiful. Look at the glaciers. Crazy. Wow. We're lucky that we have some moonlight tonight. Otherwise, that would have been really, really dark. That looks nice. So we are flying a non-precision approach. So one thing that really helps if you put in the landing threshold. So we have about 46 miles to go. And let's check the programmed routing there to the nav page. So Rarak, we have max 230, 5,000 above. Then Cessla, max 220, still 5,000. Transition should be 60. There it is. And then we have Sierra Bravo 700. And I think that's... Hang on. No, that's the localizer. Where's my RMP? Oh, there it is. Right, there we go. So there we got Zesla, 5,000 max to 20. Then we go to Sierra Bravo 700. So 5,000 intercept, and we have a final to the missed approach point about 10 miles. Yeah, 10 miles, minus 3.6 degrees, correctly programmed. And the missed approach was 702 Naxon. Okay, everything's correctly programmed. And the inbound there is track 290, 292, that's fine. Yes, so if Microsoft were to correctly simulate cold temperature, so with cold temperature, what it does, it messes up your indications on the altimeter, right? So even if you have the correct pressure set, so the right QNH set, any temperature like 15 degrees or more from ESA, so from normal standard atmospheric temperature, will cause your altimeter to show an error, right? Because it is kind of set to 50 degrees plus as a baseline. Whenever you deviate high or low of that, the altimeter will show wrong values. So how much? There's a rule of thumb that says for every 10 degrees difference to ESA, you will have 4% error on the height. So above the ground, that is, right? So today we have -8, so let's say it's -10. That's about 25 degrees lower than ESA. So that's pretty much 10%, isn't it? So if we fly indicated 5,000 feet on the altimeter, assuming that we'll talk about the airport being at sea level, what that means, the radial altimeter, if everything was flat according to main sea level, it would show 4,500 feet roughly. So we're actually flying 500 feet lower. So the true altitude, or the true height in this case, over the mean sea level would be 4,500 feet. No, so I've checked it with some friends the other day, and it did not have that, no. Wow, high terrain there. I'm going to go 80 for now. 80, slowing down on path. Low temperature to do with transition level? No. So no, that was just a. Sorry if I named that in the same sentence, but no, that's just I saw transition altitude. So yeah, no, that's just pressure related. So now we just make sure we have 2 good GPS receptions, GPS primary, good accuracy. Good to fly the RMP approach. Got seatbelts on, liner on. And then we're going to start descending according to the QNH, which is 999er. So altimeter 999er set. Let's read the approach checklist. We have power ref 999er set 3 times. Seatbelts on. Minimum. Baro 1450. Auto brake medium. Engine mode selector normal. Approach checklist complete. So then we go down to 5,100 feet on the altimeter. 999. 999. Hey Josh. Yeah, Josh, if you type in welcome, so in the welcome channel, type in hello, then you should be admitted to the channels. It's so weird. So it doesn't seem to have any terrain database up here. Isn't that strange? So it doesn't seem to be charted in the database for us because we're so far north. And it's impressive, isn't it? It's really mountainous as well. Exactly. So what you would normally do, if Microsoft were to simulate cold temperature correctly, I would be flying at 5,600 feet. So I would dial in 5,600 here. All right. So we would have to do the calculations for our MSA, and so the 5,100 is MSA related, so I would fly 5,600. Then you would intercept the final at 5,600 feet corrected. Right. Which means, though, that the geometric path will be steeper, right? But in the end, it will go like a funnel, and at the end it will be correct again. So, but again, you just want to make sure that you keep those obstacle restrictions, right? You don't drop below. That's the important thing. You could argue that even flying 5,000 with 500 feet error still keeps you clear of the obstacles. So you can make that argument, but still, I mean. So it looks so weird, that terrain. Are we going into that valley there, or? That just seems so close. Flaps 1, speed check flaps 1. Got to activate the approach phase here.
Hi, it's Norman. Yep, that's the cabin secure for landing.
Thank you much, Norman.
See you on the ground, bye.
So 5,000 is... Alright, let's go. Dim. That is just... That is weird, isn't it? Wow. Oh, there's the airport back there. Incredible. It keeps us so close to the terrain here. Looks like another planet, right? I honestly... I mean, we need 1,000-foot clearance. But I'm just waiting for the radial altimeter to start counting down now. Oh, that's a really, really uncomfortable feeling here. Wow. Okay, let's turn final here. Yeah, 2,200 feet. Look at that. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a nuisance pull-up warning now. Here comes flaps 2, slowing down further. Descent point 4 miles. So in 4 miles, that probably clears off that ridge, and so that's when we start descending. That's crazy. Crazy approach. Josh, no, not yet. There isn't really much to talk about. You know, it will be more theory with regards to. So we're at 5,000. Approach phase active. I'm going to press the approach button now. So final approach. Now, so the thing is this. So if you look at the nodes, there's nothing relating to the minimum temperatures. So obstacle-wise, it seems to be safe through all ranges. And if I remember correctly, if you actually correct for cold temperature, then you wouldn't be allowed to use final approach on the 320 because it's not Barrow corrected. But then again, I mean, if it wasn't a temperature no, I disregard. No, I think if it doesn't say any restrictions.
Terrain.
There we go.
Pull up.
Disregard. So now we're clear of that ridge. Look at that. And now we start descending. That ridge line there. Crazy stuff.
Terrain. Pull up.
That's right. Svalbard traffic. Windmill 711 is on a 8-mile final. Runway 27 in Svalbard. Cool. Alright, so we check to our next waypoint, Sierra Bravo 701. At 7 miles, we should have 4,000 feet. Can we see the runway there? It's getting dark. Is there something there? Some lights up there? I have to say, I love this. This is like... I don't remember ever coming here on stream. I don't know. Have we ever flown here on stream? Doesn't ring a bell, really. So 6 miles, 3630. Perfect. Right on path. All good. I just hope we have some, I don't know, runway lights or party lights or something. I mean, this is handcrafted at Sobo Airport. I have no idea what to expect there. Right, on track, laterally, vertically, all good. Coming up to 4 miles at 2860. 4 miles to go to the minimums. Here comes get down. Speed check, flaps 3, let's go, manage speed. And then missed approach should be 5,000. Missed approach altitude set. Let's go, flaps full. Spoilers armed. Looking good. We have 2 miles at 2,100, close to our minimums. Oh my god, it's just a black hole there. I mean, at least we have some approach lights flashing. So time to get our progress page open to see the track distance. 5 miles. And it's a steeper than normal profile, guys, so definitely need to account for that. Landing checklist, incoming landing no blue, manual flight. Runway is in sight. Manual thrust. Flight triggers off, bird on. Wow.
100 above.
Yeah, runway's inside. So let's try to get aligned with the runway. But the rest is just so minimum. Dark. Continue. I hope I get some parpy lights. So I have 3 miles, 1,000 feet to aim. Right, we could always go around. I should have drawn in a extended center line there to help me. I don't have no Parby lights. 2.6. I've got to descend. I've got to go down. Come on.
1,000.
Let's check. And Svalbard traffic. Wind was 711 is turning fine on runway 27 in Svalbard. Oh, I think I'm high. 1.9. Come on, let's descend. So I can tell you that in IRL this would be no-go. I mean, I don't have any runway edge lights. And you can see it's so difficult to align ourselves with the runway.
400.
Well, that's scenery related.
300.
It doesn't get better the opposite side either, so either I'm going to see
200.
some lights. There we go. Runway. I can see the runway now at least.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard.
Okay, no, that would be totally illegal. I just want to get down. So we got spoilers, reverse green, diesel. A black hole there. And be aware there may not be any runway lighting. Right. Go, we gotta hurry up. Come on, move. Come on, move, aircraft. Come on.
Svalbard traffic, Scandinavian 14 Tango, about 10 miles from runway 27 in Svalbard. And if you stay on the runway, then I at least can see the runway, so that might help.
Yeah, we'll expedite taxi back, so it should be alright.
No worries.
I have not. Is this a freeware scenery, guys? So this is from. This is. Some taxiway there. Just gonna go for it.
Svalbard traffic FedEx 5 Charlie Bravo is down.
I don't want to have anybody forced for go around.
From Svalbard, runway 27.
Runway's vacated. Expensive electricity here, yeah. So let me see. Is this this could be position 3 or something? Hold on. How come I can see GSX there? Or is that from the airport? Probably airport there. So let's have a look. Yeah, empty cross. It's a shame. Yeah, I did not check that prior. I checked the apron. I saw good lighting on the apron. I thought that's good enough. I thought that was good enough. Right, let's have a look here. So menu. Atsu. What position is that? It's 2. So let's try that. 2 it is.
Svalbard traffic, Scandinavian 14 Tango, 5 mile final in runway 27 in Svalbard.
Right, there's our parking spot. That's good. So at least now we see him. It's one of those things, unfortunately, there's this, follow me. It's one of those things, sometimes with the sceneries, that even basic stuff like runway lights don't work. I mean, Parpy lights is one thing, but not even runway edge lights. Hey, Commander Regulus, good night to you. to turn that off. That's annoying. She was getting worried there. That's alright, come on. Right, let's do this. Flaps going up. Right, so he's landed as well. Oops. And it's a shame, yeah. Absolutely zero runway lights. I mean, you can see the runway in the landing lights, but whoever's landing here as well, hats off. The last yeah, the last mile is really difficult. I am confused, guys. I am confused regarding the aircraft ahead of me there. Oh. Oh no. It's late. Alright, remember guys, yeah, we need ground power, don't we? Oh. We don't have an APU generator. Chocks. Let's have a look. Services. Additional services. GPU. Requested. It's very quiet suddenly, right? Oh yeah, and this is just demonstration, of course. You hear the sound? Little... You hear that? That's the sound that the IRS are on, but there's no electric power. It's one of those Isladican moments. Yeah, it is. Right, there you go. Come on, hurry up. Into the ground power. Just waiting for the knock. Come on. Give me a knock on the... Connected. So this is, again, it's simulating real life times, right? So, you know, you're sitting here waiting desperately for ground power. Thank you, finally. Okay, thanks a lot. Oh. When flight simulation just gets too real, too annoying. So let's have a look at a landing here. Hats off to whoever's landing here now. Man, one thing that put me off as well was that house right at the end. And we were getting a bit low there for sure. But that house, that looks really weird. I mean, who puts a house in the approach sector? like doesn't make sense, right? Look at that, there's approach lights there. Someone's living here, like as if, right? That's not realistic. Aviation fan, yeah, but that's not realistic, is it? Oh dear. That's sober, does it? But at least they live outside the fence. Give that. So there's a lovely security fence here. You see, barbed wire, everything. So, I mean, it's still unrealistic, but I mean, he does not need an alarm clock, no. How to reset G6 in the FSLabs. Yeah, so quickly. If you go into the... Where's my ground power gone? Who's nicked my ground power? You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, so I go to services. They can restart GSX as well. Right, so now let me try again with the ground power here. There we go. And we go here. Cool. All right, so let's look at the landing. Oh, that looks very good. GG's. Oh, is another aircraft coming in, or is that like a flashing light on the mountain there? No, it's an aircraft coming in, right? Yeah. Oh, that's the MD-11. Wow, GG's. I mean, if you get this thing to stop, I'm impressed. Oh, he does. Wow, okay, that's worth a round of applause. Eh, what's the command of applause? There you go. Well done. Message? Not yet. Let me see if I can find the voice of the sound file for that. Is it this one? Is that the one? Is that the one you wanted, Chris? Another aircraft coming. Guys, thank you so much for flying along. I hope you enjoyed that flight, apart from the terrible night lighting. Now, if you look at the daytime, so what you can do is just, you know, there is no daytime currently.
Runway 27 vacated Svalbard traffic FedEx actually.
Hats off, that was a fantastic landing.
Thanks.
So that was really impressive. MD-11, which is difficult to fly anyways, right? And to land it. And to actually land it here on spot. Oh, you did not hear the sound. Okay, let me fix that, Chris. Hang on. So mod attention, sound file pick. Documents, Twitch, sound files. There we go. Commands. And that was exclamation mark mod, wasn't it? Yeah. Try again, Mikris. Try again now. Please. No, mod. Exclamation mark mod.
Hello, Captain. A moderator needs your attention. Thank you.
Is that the one? So what's the attention about? Yeah.
Longyearbyen traffic, Scandinavian 4427, taxi to Port Charlie, runway 27. Edelweiss 79 Oscar Romeo, short final, runway 27.
It is an aircraft, so... And what about this one here? That must be static, right? Because, guys, does anyone know Yeah, that's static though, isn't it? Surely. But why does it have GSX? Although now it's huh? Is that? I'm confused. Is that someone here on VATSIM? Yeah, the beacon, right?
It's not static.
It's not static?
Nope, I'm leaving.
Wow. Okay, so GSX is actually simulating that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, I was wondering why it had stuff standing around there. Cool. Busy airport. Didn't think it was going to be that busy at this time of the night. Right, anyways, I'm really happy about the new PC. So everything's running very smoothly. Very quietly, I have to say. So I've got here and there some few things to do. Get some sound stuff working. So right now I still can't hear the resubs messages on my headphones. But I'm sure I'll find a solution for that. The guy in the house doesn't get any sleep tonight. No, definitely not. Man, it's gotten so cool. Look at the landing lights lighting up. Nice. GG's. That was a better landing than I've done. Right in touchdown zone. Well done. That's how you do it. Yeah, I came in really low at the end.
Longyearbyen traffic, Scandinavian 4427, lining up runway 27 via backtrack.
No, what happened? Did he just hit some obstacle there? Jesus, that looked...
He did the same.
What on earth happened? It's such a beautiful landing.
No way, he ate the runway.
So something... I think he had made out some glitch in the runway then. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, scenery mismatch or something, yeah. So the only thing that I downloaded today was a fix for the lighting, the apron lighting. So that's from flightsim.to. But otherwise, I did not see any fixes for the runway lighting, which is a bit of a shame. Now let me go and put this to June. Guys, so this is June, right? This is the bright...
you can use the runway. I taxi over the grass.
Okay, cool. Oh, there we go. Now that's the brightest. Look at that. So now in June, it doesn't get dark. That's the darkest it gets in June here in Spitsbergen. Isn't that weird? So looking at the sun here really quickly. So that's the sun, right? So let's have a look. So it goes around. It goes around and around. It goes around and around and around and around and around. It just does a circle there. That's so weird. Look. Isn't that strange? And then it goes down. So in the evening, now it's setting. Although it's not really setting. It's like here. And it just goes up again. So it does not go below the horizon. Look at that. How weird. How weird it must be to live here. So wintertime, absolutely dark. Absolutely dark. There's no light whatsoever. It just stays dark. Crazy. That's fascinating. This is another thing why you love flight simming.
4427 departing runway 27, up east 1 Bravo departure.
Have a good flight.
Thank you.
You don't think there's runway lights at Svalbard? I could check the charts. I mean, let me have a look. I don't think this airport is that busy IRL. Man, it's getting late. It's 1:15 here. GG's. There he goes. Have a good flight. COVID parking, yeah. Man. Cool. Guys, before it gets way too late, so thank you so much for watching. So currently now we are... Jeep is available. Okay, let's try that. So... That's it. So what we're going to do is... Let's go options. Let's see. So services.
And Longyearbyen traffic, Scandinavian 4425 taxiing to holding point Charlie, runway 27.
So guys, thank you so much for flying along. It was a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the flight. And for those watching, thanks for watching. Yeah, so next stream is Saturday, guys. Saturday, we're going to start at I think 1400 UTC. And it's going to be a Christmas stream, and the whole stream really is about group flights. So we do balloon rides, we do flights to Samos or flights to Madeira, let's say. Yeah, so it's all, you know, about community enjoying some cool flights together, and of course some giveaways as well. Excellent, thanks guys, my moderators. Thanks so much, Chris especially, and Magus. Thanks for being here, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Good night.
Good night. I'm sure Mark has fallen asleep already. So, take care, everyone. And Sim Caesar also, hope to talk to you soon, Sim Caesar. Big shout out. Let's see if he's actually streaming. But Scotty the Hottie is streaming, so I'm going to send you over to Scotty to Hottie. Scotty to Hottie without an I. Scotty to Hottie. Oh, with double E.
Passengers, the boarding starting.
Sim Caesar, thank you so much. Talk to you soon, hopefully.
And Longyearbyen traffic, Scandinavian 4427 lining up runway 27 via backtrack.
So we have one more departing here. Have a good flight as well. All passengers deboarding. And there you go. Off we go. Have a good one, everyone. Good night to you. See you soon.